invited guests and distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to have you honor our invite for this press conference. We realize that we had expended some time, and we are very glad that for once it is indeed the press that has kept us behind. So we are happy. We welcome you, the Rivers Women Alliance, welcome you to this activity day. We have several activities and engagements beginning from today. The Rivers Women Alliance is a setup of all like-minded women genuinely concerned about the need for equity and justice. We have met at different forums, and we have decided that rather than lead individual voices to cry for this need, it is better for us to come together to make a team on a united front. I welcome you to this activity, and our leader, the coordinator for the Rivers Women Alliance, Mrs. Ibiba, I want to show, will take up to give us why we're here, and then shortly after that, the press can engage us. Thank you.
Secretary, gentlemen of the press, our invited guests, I read the text for today. It is with deep sense of commitment that we call on you for this brief discourse to register our desire for the need of a Riverine Governor called 219. This call became very necessary as it is the only path to equity, fairness, justice, and the enhancement of peaceful coexistence in our dear state. We, as women of River State, observed in total dismay how the leadership of our state has been domiciled in a particular section of River State. Whereas the state is made up of upland and riverine brotherliness, to our thinking and that of very rational thinkers, that from 1999, Third Republic, to 2019, the Eighth Republic, the state has been governed by the upland brothers, spanning from Sir Peter Odili, Right Honorable Chibike Rotimi Amechi, to His Excellency Barrister Izubumo Nyesom-Wike. It is only fair for every River's son and daughter to rally around a Riverine Governor, to taste the seat of power in our dear state. Equity, fairness, justice, and togetherness has been advocated. But how can we achieve this fair tones without practice? This is why we call on all Rivers elders, the political class, traditional rulers, youths, women, and every facet of life in Rivers to join hands so that our call and advocacy of truth, fairness, equity, justice, and togetherness can be fulfilled well. Rivers Women Alliance is a non-political, non-governmental organization with a view of total charter for united Rivers society. Our unity, well-being, and togetherness are sacrosanct, hence the need for rotation of power between the upland and the riverine. We remain committed to this cause. It is our belief and trust that come 2019, a riverine son or daughter will emerge in a need of the political parties as the governor of River State. We believe it will not be too much to allow all concerned in a common heritage to have a fair share of the Commonwealth in service. After all, a renowned scholar once said, equity is in vain when oppression is the order of the day in an indifferent society. The deliberate asset of this clarion call is to rotate power to rotate power is just, finest, and clinches the order of the day. In our course of reach out, we have come across some assets that Chief Rufus Adajorge was once elected governor of Rivers State. We view these to be assertions of those who are not abreast with the realities of Rivers State yesterday, today, and tomorrow. The answer to this question is not far-fetched. All Rivers State is made up of Bayelsa and the present Rivers State. At a period when governance was managed, administered by the military at the center, and eventually that administration was cut short by the same military government that formed it. Thus, our argument is that Chief Rufus Adajorge was a governor of the whole Rivers State and not the Rivers State of present. As a people with indivisibility, we also need to share in our bond of togetherness to express and stretch the equity, fairness, justice, and unity. 20 solid years of brotherhood with one as an automated head is a gross injustice and thus the meaning on the others in the co-journey. We must not alienate others, rather we must live in oneness without a heart full of troubles and seeming oppression, which has been seen to be true in Rivers State. It is in this view and wish of Rivers Women Alliance that Rivers State be as such that every power that will let power sharing be fair and just in that circumstance. Our multidimensional ethnic divides of Okrika, Kalabari, Ebani, Ndoni, Ikwere, Eche, Ogoni, and Eleme. This rightly defines our anthem of upland and riverine settlement in one place of greatness, in one palace of greatness. Rivers Women Alliance remain committed to this cause and wish that the much glamored rotation of power come to fruitfulness. On Riverine Governor, we stand firm. Thank you, and God bless Rivers State.
Now I want to find out, the Riverine Governor you are clamoring for, is it Riverine of Rivers South East or the entire Riverine? Because you know the arguments I'm talking about.
Riverine is Riverine. It doesn't matter where he comes from. It must be a Riverine governor.
My name is Amonia Stewart and I represent FST Television. My question for you is this. Several people have said that this group is dividing the Riverine. And because you hear some of our brothers say that this group was created to cause disunity amongst the Riverine because according to them, they are satisfied with what the upland government is doing. How do you refute this fact? Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Honorable Zilpa Enotu. When you ask that somebody said this group is raised up to cause division, I wonder who raised who up. A group of women came together like men who have been in Rivers State for as long as they were born and saw the level of injustice that have been melted on the Riverine area. I came from the Riverine area. It will interest you to know that in my community there is no light. We don't know what is NEPA light. It will interest you to know that in my community, except you enter a boat to cross, just yesterday, some women were supposed to cross over to Putako first boat, and robbers attacked them on the way, dropped them on the swamp there, and left with their boat. What does it cost a government to produce road facility, bridges, to link up these communities? The reason is simply because a riverine son, even God said, I need a man among them. It is only a man who knows where the shoe pinches and feel the pains that can be able to propose solution or cure to it. If you're not in the problem, how do you solve it? That is why, as women who are from the riverine area, we have felt this pain over the years, and we have come together Maybe we have not spoken out. That's why this thing have continued. This time around, as women, we have decided to speak out. And we know that when Esther of our generation will rise us to speak, even God in heaven will respond, and the earth will be silent. Thank you.
Good afternoon. From the title of your association, Rivers Women Alliance. By the way, I write for Top News. Rivers Women Alliance. One would imagine that it involves all women in Rivers State. If it is not so, then it might be appropriate to suggest that instead of Rivers Women Alliance, Riverine Women Alliance. Because from all you have said here is that it just does not add up that you are part of Rivers State and the state has been dichotomized into upland and riverine. So you are now speaking in the interest of riverine. Does that exclude women from other parts of the River State, inclusive of riverine?
Thank you for being straight, direct. I think that's the proper English expression for being direct. We would like to state again that the Rivers Women Alliance, yes, we are asking for the consciousness of the Rivers people to consider a riverine governor. Indeed, when the governor comes, he will be the governor of River State. We have a state and it's called River State. And this alliance have settlements or captions or groups in all the 23 local government areas, including that of, as we say it, upland and riverine, and our non-indigenous are captured. It will amaze you to know that our leader leading the mobilization is a non-indigenous. So our cry is not to set division or to bring a new narrative that our bet is not already existent in the expressions of what makes us Rivers people. It is, for instance, with all boldness that I proudly say anywhere I go that I'm from Okrika. And then you know that when I say I'm from Okrika and I say I'm from Okowari, if you come to Okrika, somebody will tell you that I'm from one branch of Okrika. It does not remove the fact that I'm less or more of an Okrika woman. What we are saying is that we have tested our brothers and we agree that for 20 years they have occupied this seat. Give us a break. Let us look at something else. And that is our submission. Give us a riverine governor. Thank you.
Members that are from the upland, core upland, not just the riverine. We have members, we're women. Women have sympathy. Women have consciousness. Women don't think like men. They know that women believe more. I am not accusing men here, but women believe more in justice. They believe more in equity. So we have members that are from upland who are ready to agitate, who are fighting for this cause. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. I would like to respectfully say that my name is Helen Odu. I'm from Abodwa. I would like to respectfully say that lobbying is a poignant part of democracy, right? And different pressure groups come together to advance a particular cause. What we're saying is, for the past 20 years, Rivers State has had governorship from the upland. And we're saying, in the spirit of justice and equity, we're not here saying it is an entitlement mentality thing. We know that we need to engage all stakeholders. And the demographics show that women have the numbers. And we're calling on all women of Rivers extraction to stand together in the spirit of fairness, justice, and equity to ensure that power rotation takes place in this state. It is for the benefit of all. We're not here to divide the state. We're looking for a common ground, and we're asking the women to stand firm. Despite what wranglings might be going on, we are apolitical. We're saying we believe that it is time for a riverine governor. Thank you.
And now we are agitating for a riverine governor. Is it likely that when a riverine governor comes, he will rule for just the number of terms it's expected to, that is like 8 years? Or a riverine governor will also sit tight for 20 years?
Once again, good afternoon. You see, the truth in the matter is that if you don't begin a thing, you cannot decide the end. We are saying that the level of underdevelopment in the riverine area, today, so many youth restiveness. If you can look at it critically, where do you find them? In the riverine communities. And every day we are crying, we need peace, we need peace, we need peace. If we are not able to develop this area, how do you achieve the peace? And if you don't have peace, how do you develop a nation? What we are saying is that it doesn't matter whether it is 1 tenure or 2 tenure. Allow them to have a taste of governance so that they can concentrate to develop this area. They know the developmental need of this environment more than the uplanders. And so, if they come in, if power is rotated, and this one come in and stay for 4 years, and uplanders stay for 4 years, in the next 10 to 20 years to come, you will discover that there will be even development all over the states, and nobody will have a need to cry. That is the reason for this cry. And so we are appealing to everybody's conscience. It is a thing of conscience here, that if you are happy because somebody is being, maltreated, and you're happy because it has not gotten to you, one day, what goes around will always also come around. It will have a way of coming to you too. Will you be happy? God said, do to others what you want somebody to do to you. Thank you.
Julie, we're Rivers Women Alliance. If the riverine governor comes and he overstays his welcome, we will agitate. We'll do the same thing.